I've been looking around online for better solutions. What I've got at the moment seems to be relatively unique in terms of 10 times more jighead storage into a single box. Somewhere along the lines, just started doing. I don't think I got it from anywhere in particular, but it's something that just made sense. It just made sense. This is a tackle box that I will throw in the car when I think I might have an opportunity to fish. Within here, I've got a lot of variation. I carry this one and I carry the bum bag, right? Fanny pack for you guys over in the States. I want to show you is how I carry my jig heads. I don't know if you can see through the back there or through the front here. We're just talking jig heads here. That will live in the car. When I go, I don't walk around there with that. So that stays in the car. I grab this and a backpack. Backpack's got a bottle of water, a jacket, extra line, etc. This particular box here, these are the TT value packs. They've got one like tournament, one for Bream, they've got one for Flathead and slightly larger fish and whatever. The value packs are actually way better than buying them separately. In each one of these compartments, I've got effectively a box bag of jig heads. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this case, right there. I've got it labeled here. So I already know straight off the bat, based on this, these are TT, Tackle Tactics. They're a 1/8 of an ounce. They're a 1.0, the hook, the H is for the hook. And I've got, they're 3.5 grams. Sometimes I like to have it differentiated from grams to ounces. Mate, we use ounces because they come on the boxes of jig heads here in Australia, but no one talks in ounces, mate. No one. There's a box effectively there. There's a box effectively there. Then I just keep stacking them up, right? So I effectively have 3 packets in here. I could have, again, you know, these ones are the Ned rig style. And there, we've got our next batch. Very easy to handle. You can just carry a lot. They're not as noisy as, you know, as having them loose. That is noisy, right? But they're way noisier than the other one, and they get tangled normally. So you're not having to look around too much. These ones are my slightly bigger hooks. All of these ones are a little bit larger for jerk baits, and if I'm chasing mulloway or something bigger, you know. The other beauty about this is not only do I carry a box of jig heads separately like this, most of the times this might live in the car as well. It might be just for me to top up for a session. And then I like to go as light as possible. So in here, all right, I've got, again, these are Kayak. I've got them mixed with, this side here is just Kayak. I've got another 1/8 of an ounce. These are 1/0 hooks as well. And these ones are VMC. You know, they've got the little ring at the bottom. So you can attach a stinger or something else for flash or a treble. But effectively, all you need to do is just pull them out, right? These are just bits of foam. You could probably use cardboard. I don't think cardboard's that good. Find some foam. When I buy an appliance or I buy something around the house, they always come padded in foam. Well, the first thing I'll do is I'll keep a portion of the foam. You never know when you need it, right? The other thing that I really love, this is sort of off topic, but when you used to buy the TT sets, right? They used to come in these Moncross tackle boxes, which were Z-Man safe. For whatever reason, these boxes are the best boxes I have encountered. I don't know what happened, but this is one of those Walker boxes that I've resurrected from the dead because I can't find new ones to buy, right? These things are just disappeared off the face of the earth. This is double-sided. So on one side, I've just got, again, kind of large jerk shads paddle tails, and these will range, I'll have in here from 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch. That's as big as I tend to go with those. On the other side, I've got small swim baits as well, but again, I've got more, you know, this tackle box has got its own Another set of 1/8 in there. 1/12 of an ounce, which is 2.3 grams. And I keep some pre-rigged as well, ready to go. I'm gonna show you basically how I go about doing these. The way I basically go about doing these is you're gonna cut yourself a piece of foam. Let's just untangle this one now. When they're large sized ones like this, and you sort of need to massage them around to get them in, you know, and that's okay. You can just stack them up. So what I'll typically do is on the piece of foam, just cut yourself up small blocks, right? You're gonna write all of the details that you want on there with a ballpoint pen. And then what you're gonna go and do, and you're gonna go get some sticky tape, and you're gonna stick over the top of that so it doesn't rub off, right? And that's it, you're done, right? You can just pack them away. That box here is not full. I don't fish large jig heads as much as I fish small. And have a look in there, right? I'll tell you how many packets roughly I've got in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, that's effectively 21 boxes of jig heads that I've pretty much got sorted in here. And they're kind of easy to find. I've got stingers in here too. And all resin heads, you know, worm hooks, weighted worm hooks for weedless rigs. And I tend to classify them based on size. So size or style. So really light on this side. I've got, you know, 1/32 of an ounce or resin heads, like which basically weightless. I'll then move on to next ones up. So 1/28th, 1/20th, 1/24th, 1/40th of an ounce, right? With the hidden weight system. And we lost a light, didn't we? Let's have a look, what happened here? In that small tackle box, that is me. There's a lot in here. In a kayak, it won't matter. I'll just throw this in a backpack, into the kayak, my waterproof backpack, and we're good to go. But I then got even smaller tackle boxes, which I have done the same thing to. All right, so these are the one. This is something that I will typically use out for Bream. Got 1/16th. I've got 1/20th of an ounce. These ones are slightly varied. Let's check this light. But effectively, this is how I'll roll. All right, I'll carry these. I've got different ones in here. You know, some of them are just loose. If I find that if I'm packing up quickly and I'll throw them in. At some point, I'll go in and I'll clean them up. I hope that helps you, because I think that the new trend at the moment is to grab a fly box and just stick them inside. I know that seems clever, but the fly boxes are heavy, right? Especially those clear ones that everyone's promoting. Mate, this is... Why did you take that for? And get away with something this small, or even that. This would weigh way less. And I 100%, I guarantee you that I would fit more jig heads in here than you grabbing a box that is 3 times the size. I hope that helps, because whatever they're pitching out at the moment in the tackle shops makes no sense to me. I just don't understand. I don't understand. If you got something out of the video, give me a like, leave a comment, tell me if I'm doing something wrong, or you think that there's a way for me to improve this. Mate, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. For years, I'd been in different forums and I'd been asking people for recommendations on how they store both their plastics and jig heads. And I don't know. I don't know if somewhere along the lines I've come up with this or not. It's just something that made sense. In a lot of the jig heads, when you buy them, all right, let me give you an example. All right, see this stuff here. These guys, when you buy these hooks, these are just replacement trebles for lures. They already come with a little small foam block. It just makes sense to grab that and insert that into your tackle box. Right? I don't know why people don't do it. You know what they say about common sense? It's not really that common. Well, in things like this, I think that that's probably right. Hope that helps. See you on the next video. Ciao.